Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
We begin tonight with breaking news out of West Fargo, where multiple shots have been fired at officers at the Roadway Inn on Main Avenue. A perimeter has been set up. Everyone is being asked to stay out of the area for their own safety. Many other people were inside the motel when all this started, but everyone has been safely evacuated. Valley News Team's Ashley Bishop is live near the standoff with more for us. Ashley?
Good evening, Andrea. We're on the southeast side of the Roadway Inn here, just about a block or so away. From what we understand, what happened this afternoon is police got a call shortly after about 1:30-ish, and they got a call from someone walking nearby the motel, saw inside the window of a man with a handgun, reported it to police. Police came to check on it, and from what we understand, when they arrived on scene and tried to make contact with the man inside, shots were fired. Now, police immediately, obviously, evacuated the motel and got everybody outside of the rooms, with people exiting on the first level through the windows of the rooms of the hotel, getting them out safely. Now, this man inside the room with the gun did make a threat to police that he is not going to go down alone, and police will go down with him. We know additional shots were fired after that. We don't know the number of shots fired at this time. Now, SWAT was called in, the Bearcat has been called in, and police are taking this extremely very seriously. West Fargo Police Chief Mike Wrighton believes that there is one man in this hotel room he is confined to, but like I said, they are taking this very seriously, and they're trying to keep people and officers safe.
The officers are going to be in a position of cover, and they'll be using whatever means necessary to protect themselves and others.
Now, like I said before, police are taking this very seriously. They do have the man confined to one room. From what we're understanding, it's on the west side of the building, and they are currently negotiating with the man and are in talks with him. The Red River SWAT team negotiation unit is also nearby, just about a block away, and we've seen people coming and going from that area as well. Andrea, in West Fargo, Ashley Bishop, Valley News Live.
All right, thank you, Ashley, for that live report. They have identified the man but are not releasing his name. They believe he is from outside of the FM area. Also, Red Cross volunteers are helping those who are displaced from the hotel. Continue to stick with Valley News Live and valleynewslive.com for updates on this breaking story. Tonight, we're showing you just how quickly your information can get ripped off by credit card skimmers. Fargo police are warning the public about criminals using credit card skimmers to steal your information. They're investigating what they believe is an operation of multiple people at multiple locations. Police have been getting more reports from people that their credit cards have been used while they still have it in their possession. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Nicole Johnson shows us how it only takes a second.
Take a look at this surveillance video. Police in Florida are looking for these two men. Watch the one in the white t-shirt. He's caught quickly placing a credit card skimmer over the machine. Did you see that?
Yeah.
What did you think?
Pretty slick.
That took about a second.
Yep. They know what they're doing.
Have you ever thought that something like that could happen?
These days, I'm not surprised by much.
Let's watch that one more time. This time, a little slower. Police say these two men were working together. One distracts the cashier.
But yeah, he takes a plastic insert and lays it over the top of it in like 3 seconds. So
What'd you think about it?
It's a huge problem. You know, it shouldn't be that easy.
Eric Wilkinson works at Best Buy in the mall and says after watching this video, he's going to be more cautious. So what do you think the solution is?
More awareness, having registers checked, once an hour, just like bathrooms, because if it's an issue, then, we need to be on top of it. So,
do you think it could happen to anyone, though?
Oh, I'm sure it can. Yeah. Like I always tell my daughter, when you go out, always look around.
In this case, police say using a chip card could have helped.
All the rest of the old crimes come here, so I suppose that one, and we better be more careful.
There are many other ways criminals can get your information. Police say the best way to combat these crimes is to monitor your check and debit card and report anything that seems wrong. Nicole Johnson, Valley News Live.
Anyone who has any information about a credit card skimming taking place in this area should call the Fargo Police Department. Due to tremendous demand for Garth Brooks tickets, the system was overloaded and sales have been suspended. Tickets will go on sale again next Thursday, March 24th at 10 in the morning. If you got tickets today, those tickets will be honored. Garth Brooks has scheduled 2 Fargo shows, one for Friday, May 6th and another for Saturday, May 7th. Both shows are at 7 p.m. at the Fargo Dome, but there is a possibility of a Sunday show as well. Spring starts tomorrow, so will we start seeing spring-like weather? Here's meteorologist Hutch Johnson with a look at tonight's forecast. Hutch?
Andrea, thank you so much. There's a chance we could see some more sunshine as we go through our weekend, but spring-like? I don't think so. We are seeing snow, and it's accumulating out to the west. Reports of 4 inches in Minot, the Bismarck area, a good couple of inches. A few flakes flying in the Central Valley, and remember the 10 to 12 inches of snow out to the east. This is the Washkish area near the Red Lakes area. The road don't look too awful bad there. Now, as we head west on 94, Jamestown has a dusting, and there have been accidents in that area over the past 24 hours, so be cautious. Here's a live look at the state capitol in Bismarck. Certainly reduced visibility and falling snow continues there. Temperatures in the low 30s for the remainder of our evening. A north wind continues as well. I'll have details on what you could expect as we head through our first weekend of the spring season coming up momentarily.
All right, thank you, Hutch. A man is facing possible charges after allegedly trying to stab a bouncer at a Fargo bar. Witnesses told police Barry Richards showed up at Duffy's Tavern last night and was extremely intoxicated. When staff said they would not serve him and asked him to leave, he pulled out a knife. Richards was hurt in the incident. He was treated and released at a local hospital and then booked into the jail. Police are looking into evidence left behind at a burglary scene in Valley City. It happened at the Central Avenue Pharmacy this morning. It's unknown how many suspects are involved at this time, but police say they left behind evidence, which is now at the state crime lab where it's being processed. Police have not released what was stolen or what evidence was recovered. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Valley City Police Department. Here's an update to a story that we brought you last night about a local mother pleading with Facebook to get her underage son's account taken down. Facebook requires users to be at least 13 years of age to create an account, but some children lie about their age. That happened to Melody Anderson. Her 12-year-old son with special needs created an account but forgot the login information and couldn't delete it. A spokesperson from Facebook says the account for Anderson's son has been taken down. Anderson filed several reports with Facebook, but after no action, she called our whistleblower hotline. After our story aired yesterday, Facebook deleted Anderson's son's account. If you need help investigating an issue, call our whistleblower hotline at 237-6576 and leave your tip. A member of our investigative team will get on the case and go to work to help you. Low prices in the ag and oil industries have dealt North Dakota a big blow to its economy. The state is now dealing with a $1 billion shortfall. However, there's a growing effort to help stabilize our state's economy with high-paying, high-tech jobs. Valley News Team's Neil Carlson shows us what's happening.
Unmanned aircraft systems, drone research and development is taking off in the valley with the construction of the Grand Sky complex at the Grand Forks Air Force Base. It's already spurred smaller companies like Skyscopes to jump in the business of using drones to inspect wind turbines and power lines.
It's better to fly one of those in terms of cost and because it reduces liability to danger to human life.
And the experts say drone development could be the key to developing high-tech jobs and creating a much more stable economy.
The potential is very high in the UAS industry, and North Dakota has zeroed in on that industry, and it's a natural because the two biggest users of UAS technology, the sensor information, is agriculture and energy.
Other companies like True North Equipment are also adding high-tech jobs by hiring people to train farmers to use all those high-tech gadgets on today's ag equipment that allows precision application of seed, fertilizer, and chemicals.
Producers are really getting into understanding what that technology can do for them, understanding how it impacts their operation, understanding how it may be able to save them a little money, make them more money.
A recent study by CompTIA shows that overall, high-tech jobs in North Dakota are growing at a rate of 3.9% a year, compared to the national average of 3%. Plus, the experts say traditional high-tech development centers in California and Massachusetts are becoming overpriced for entrepreneurs.
Or especially entrepreneurs are looking for lower cost places to get into business and yet get significant market share. And I think places like North Dakota offer that opportunity.
In Grand Forks, Neil Carlson, Valley News Live.
Jovig says while the state could have done a better job in getting the creation of high-tech jobs started, it's now poised for some major growth. He says much of that growth is coming from eastern North Dakota. Longtime Fargo Police Lieutenant Joel Vettel is selected to head the Fargo Park District. Park Board President Mary Johnson tells Valley News Live the advisory board's decision was unanimous. Johnson says the full park board will vote on the appointment at its meeting next month. With that approval, she says there will be a contract negotiated and offered. He will replace longtime Park District Executive Director Roger Gress, who is retiring.
From my standpoint, I couldn't be happier. I think this is an opportunity and really a challenge for me to really step up and do and continue to try to be somebody that contributes to the community.
Vettel will take over September 1st. If you own